Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and we're back with Owen and his beautiful 2011 Subaru Outback. And we've done a lot to this little angel. We did the engine flush. We did the PI fuel additive. Now we're on to the power foam. So we're going to be kicking that off right this second. So the first thing we want to do is we want to bypass any type of sensors. I think this is like a mass airflow sensor. We're coming back into the throttle body. So we're gonna pop these cute little grommets off, get into the mouth of the engine, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna shove the power foam down the throat of the engine. And what it's gonna do is get all these stubborn deposits off, remove gunk, grime, everything that basically sits in the heads of the motor that can't be cleaned by fuel additives. Because I get a lot of people on the channel, they always go, Eben, you said that with the PI cleaner, you said that's going to clean your valves. Well, it can't clean the valves on this car. Well, for a car where it can't, this is the golden answer. All right, Owen's going to show you how easy it is to pop this little tab up. You just kind of go underneath that little edge, give it a little pop-a-roo, and then it just basically lifts right off. Real easy. So we're going to do that on both sides, and we'll set these little plastics on the ground somewhere safe. On to the next step here. We found out we got to pop this cute little plate. So you just kind of get underneath it a little bit, little wiggle, and it pops up. And then I was trying to twist this whole thing and it doesn't. So this seems to be attached right back here to this whole intake piece. So now we're gonna grab the socket and loosen that up. And now we're just loosening it up. We got a little 8mm socket, and we're gonna keep going until it's good and loose. This whole ring should wiggle here. Yeah. See if that whole ring wiggles pretty good.
Yeah, it's moving already.
It's starting to move. All right, now give this whole sucker a twisting action and wiggle, and try to wiggle and pull it off. So you're going to be wiggling that back and forth in a circular rotation, but make sure that's good and loose. This should be able to move. It is. That moves. So now just rotate that whole box and keep wiggling, and just make sure you're not hitting any connectors. You want to make sure you don't hit any plugs or nothing, which there's nothing there. So just keep going.
Well, it looks like it's tight on that.
Keep wiggling. Yep. Keep wiggling back and forth and wiggle it backwards. You're pushing it off like that.
Yeah, it's coming off.
Yep. Give it the old shimmy, shimmy, jimmy, jimmy. There you go. Keep going. Keep going.
Looks like the bottom might be connected.
No.
Like the top.
There she blows. There she blows. All right. So we got her off. Now, what we can do is we can just push this off to the side. And now we got the throttle body, so I'll show you what that looks like. So we're gonna come inside here, we'll turn the light on, do a little what we call deep sea diving. And we're coming in, here we go. Right like that. So there's your throttle body. And that's what it looks like inside. So now we're gonna start the car up and start power foaming. We should be good. Everything looks good. This little thing came out of here. This, where did this go? This just lays on. This is like a pressure pipe, and that goes right there. You see that little pipe here, right there. So that's it. Owen asked a very, very valuable question. He said, so what the heck is this thing? Basically, it looks like a damn octopus or something. I don't even know what the hell it is. Well, what it is this is the intake. So this is called a ram air intake. The air comes in the front of the car, boom, in here, inside through the factory filter. This is a factory air box. This is a mass airflow sensor, boom, swoops around here. This is like a baffle for sound or something. They do that, it's like a resonator. I don't know exactly what it is, but most likely comes in the throttle body. If you move this away, we'll show them what it looks like now. We just undid it here. It's the same exact 8mm to just undo this little clamp. You can take it off like butter. Coming around, and then coming inside the throttle body. This is actually electronically actuated, so I can finger it and push it back. And we're just going to avoid whatever this sensor is. So we're going to be spraying the power foam right in the bottom of this throttle body. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna run down into the intakes, all down into the engine, and it's gonna melt all that kind of buildup, and then it's all gonna come out the exhaust. And when we do this, we got to do it outside of the garage. So we're gonna quick move the car out of the garage. Right, we got an update. So you need that airflow being sucked through this mass airflow sensor. when you start to wiggle this off, it actually starts to turn off. Watch. So when you take that connection away, the motor is going to turn right off. So we're actually going to wedge the straw of the power foam at the bottom of the throttle body. So we're still going to have the airflow. Owen's going to keep the RPMs going. Turn it off. Turn it off. That's it. Woo. Wow. That was a hot one. Woo. All right. We'll be back in 15. Jeez. Man, that motor's... We're gonna put the PI performance improver in. This cleans the valves, cleans the inside the combustion chambers, it cleans the injectors. You put this in every 4,000 miles. Now this car has 140,000 on it, and it really had a lot of crap in there. Tons. You just saw all the smoke. But we're gonna put this in a little earlier because I'm still hearing a little pinging. I want to make sure everything's clean. And before we go ahead and stick it in, I want to give you something. This is a little gift. This is called The Move, and I want you to try it. You start right here below the belt, and you finish above the head. One spin. Whoop, a little sloppy. Hold on, we'll get it. Start below the belt, and you finish overhead. So I want you to give that a try next time you got your PI performance improver. So here we go. We're gonna pop her open. We got our capless gas cap tip. So not only can you stick it in, and you can yank it out. Come in, boom, just one finger. Hear a gulpa, gulpa, gulpa. Give it a little taparoo once it's done. Give it a little wiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And that's how you know it's done. And all you do is do that every 4,000 miles. And now the whole fuel system's gonna be clean. We let it set for 10 to 15 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and pop off this battery. So we got a little 10 mil. And you can just pop that off, Owen. And we're gonna let it sit with the battery off. You just take off one of the terminals, make sure you don't touch any metal or arc it or anything. And we're gonna let her sit for a couple minutes with the battery off. That's gonna reset the computer. And then it's gonna be time for the smoke show. And we're gonna go ripping around the block. Welcome to the smoke show, brought to you by AMSOIL Power Foam. It's been about 10-15 minutes. And it's time to turn her on. Let's do it. Here we go.
Should I rev it too?
You can rev it a little. Keep it at maybe 2,000 is good. Yeah. Whoa, look at that shit. Uh-oh. Look at that. Keep it going. Give it a little more throttle. Wow. Look at this, Owen. Come on out. Take a look. Look at that. Oh my God. This is a little 4-cylinder too. All those years of carbon. That's what that is. So we were just talking about how the flat 4-cylinders are. You can let it idle now. That's good. So the flat 4-cylinders, basically all this junk builds up at the bottom. So the cylinder isn't vertical. The cylinders go back and forth horizontal. and all that crap sits in the heads and on the cylinders, and it builds up. Well, the only way to get that out of there is to go in through the heads and really melt all that stuff down. So I mean, this thing's been running for about a minute and it's still coming out, but you know what? It's time to go drive her. Let's go see how she feels. Cheers to protection, protection, protection. And an espresso yourself. Some good coffee. All right, so she started good. We flogged her a little bit. We tag teamed and we did some good driving to really work in the motor, and sounding pretty quiet. So let's see how it drives now. Just got done. We got done doing the whole drive through. What do we put? Maybe 3 miles on her. Doing a little high revving. And now we'll see what she runs like. We just got done here at Madhouse Coffee, good coffee shop where Owen does some of the really good stuff here. So we'll see how she runs.
Yeah, it feels like there's almost like more pressure in the system. And yeah, like you don't have to push your foot as far to get as much coming out.
I see. So it's almost like more compression or something.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful Las Vegas day. These glorious, glorious mountains out here. We're on the west side of Las Vegas. What is it? Only 73. And what is it, 8 o'clock in the morning? We got up super early to nail her out. And I tell you what, she's running like a dream. I was driving the heck out of her. She's a little rattly a little bit, but I think that's just some maybe heat shields or something.
Yeah, that's what they said actually at the dealership.
So for 140,000, pretty good.
Yeah.
Any other thing that it feels different in any way?
It feels a little bit like, you know, it's like a little tighter somehow.
All right.
In the engine response to to giving it gas.
Oh, all right. So it feels a little tighter. So I guess
maybe timing, the amount of response.
I think that it freed up some of the rings too, because it's like the ring is a half moon, and half of that ring basically sits in all that buildup because it's a horizontal cylinder. And I think we got a lot of that crap out. I don't think it's all out of there. There's a little bit of a ping. It could just need plugs. I don't know. It might need spark plugs. There's not much ping there.
No, yeah, I didn't hear any.
There wasn't much ping there at all. So maybe we're working the bugs out of her. Maybe she just needs some more massaging.
Yeah, we'll see how much clears out.
So we're going to have to do a follow-up video. So we'll see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. We're going to be doing the transmission fluid change. Don't forget to check out the motor oil flush we did on her. We used the PI Performance Improver. We did the coolant on her. And the last thing is going to be the trans. So check out that whole playlist right here. And Owen, thanks so much for being a huge part of the channel.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're the best. And Owen brings the good stuff coffee to the channel too. That's who makes my coffee, Owen. So if you ever want to try the synthetic oil protection coffee, it's great stuff. We will see you back next time on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection. Oh, and don't forget, definitely leave a comment within the first 30 minutes of this video, that's how you get in my end of month giveaway. I randomly select people every last Saturday of the month. We do the Ebens Giveaway. And also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, tap that notification bell. You'll be able to come back and watch a lot more lubing later. All right.